Hey guys, alright. This is a seed experience. It was the first time I actually saw my seeds. And I mean mentally. Well, mentally. Spiritual, mental. Mental. If that is a thing, I don't know. But you see spiritually and you see your seeds. And this is very pivotal in my life. It happened when I was about 18. No, not 18. Yeah, I moved to Windsor. Late 90, 91, 92 maybe. Anyway, I get confused. I got so many stories in my head. Anyway. I'm living on Chilver Street. I forgot the name of. I can actually put the house. I don't know exactly where it happened. So anyway, in Windsor, Ontario, I got home from work. It was about 1 o'clock. Got home from work at about midnight. About 1 o'clock, and I went to bed. And I am just going to sleep. Then I realized I couldn't sleep. I had this anxiety, brutal. And then I rolled over and I rolled over on my back and had these waves of energy. This is a long process. I had waves of energy coming from my feet, slow up to my head. Tingles, like a slight tingles. As time went on, I'm thinking, oh God, what the hell's going on? I'm thinking, and I don't know too much about, I know the ETs are around, but I'm not thinking ETs. Then the waves of tingles start going faster. Then I get like pinpricks all over my skin. And I'm like shaking, scratching. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And in my mind's eye, I'm seeing colors. I close my eyes, you're supposed to see blackness, more or less, but I'm seeing colors, like rainbow colors, like pastel colors, and they're moving, then they start moving around, bright, really bright. Then, it gets more intense, the waves of tingles, the pinpricks, and I start sweating, and I notice my heart is beating, and I wear earplugs when I go to sleep, so I can actually sleep. In my mind, I'm hearing beep beep, like Morse code. Beep 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 beep. And I'm hearing ringing. Beep, and I'm hearing crickets. It sounds like a field of crickets at night in my head. So, as that's all happening, a little bit of time goes by, a couple of minutes, it all gets worse. And now I'm thinking, I'm like getting worried, like I poisoned myself, and I'm thinking the coffee I drink at home, was that actually sugar I put in it, or was that rat poison or something? Not like I had any rat poison, you know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to think, how did I poison myself? I must have poisoned myself, because what the fuck is going on, right? And this happened to me. This happened to me 100 times, but I always forgot about it afterwards. So, everything gets really intense. I'm laying there because there ain't nothing I can do. I'm thinking, do I call an ambulance? I'm just thinking, oh, fuck it. And I'm not thinking it, it just comes over me, just screw it. Just lay here and let it happen. And that I'm like, because all logic in my brain is saying, call the fucking ambulance, you're dying here. You know, am I having a stroke or what's going on? So anyway, everything gets more intense. The sound in my head is so loud, my heart is beating faster, the waves of tingles are going whoosh, 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 and I'm sweating. It's 2:30 now. This is going on for about an hour. Then it all gets worse. It gets more intense. And I'm like, oh God. And what the hell is going on? In my mind's eye, I'm seeing it changes from swirling colors to photographs of places I've never been. A chair, the Eiffel Tower, you know, things like that. Rocky Mountains, this, that, and the other thing. All over the world. Different pictures in my head. Proper pictures, like literally. I'm looking at photographs. That's the best I can describe it. In my brain. I don't know what the hell's going on. And all of a sudden, it gets more intense, and the pictures are going boom, 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 boom. Whatever that means. I am freaking out, and then I feel like I'm dying. Fuck, I'm dying. And I'm literally on the edge of starting to cry. All of a sudden, my attention goes from inside my head to what's going on here, what's going on with me. My attention from my head, from my soul, I could feel it. It went, but I didn't even know how to explain this shit. But I did. But I just had to remember. But when you're going through this, you don't remember. So my attention goes, to, it's like my soul went, look. And when I looked, the E.T., beige, wrinkly, oblong eyes, was coming through the ceiling right down on me. And then my heart went, ugh, and I remembered every goddamn thing that ever happened to me with them guys. I also go into defense mode because I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna try to pierce his shit into me. Come inside in my brain, in my heart. And he comes right up, spiritually. He comes right up to my nose. We're nose to nose. And I can feel like it's like white energy piercing my skin, piercing my third eye, piercing my throat, piercing my heart. White energy going. And I don't know what it is. It's scary as shit because it feels like nothing. It feels like cold ice cold, like death. Like it feels like death. It feels like nothing, zero. If you're floating in outer space, that's what it feels like. It feels that way to me, and it's piercing. I'm fucking crying. I'm in defense mode. Tears are running out of my eyes. My fucking heart is beating so hard, it's hitting my rib cage. I can feel my ribs go. I can feel my heart hitting. Like, it's not bad. Sweat, but I ain't paying attention to any of it. He's in my nose staring at me. And he's just doing one thing. He ain't thinking. He ain't thinking like this, that, and the other thing. Or he has no intent except this. Get in me. Get in me. I guess that's what it was. But anyway, my heart was beating so hard. Everything, and I'm blocking. Wherever he is trying to get in me, I'm blocking it. I'm blocking it like doors. Door on door on the door, and I'm blocking it. And I'm like, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. In my head just yelling out, fuck off. And it reaches such a climax where me fighting him off and the pressure he's putting on me with the seeds, with the white, sorry, not seeds, the white, because I don't know what's going on, so I can't give it a name, but he's piercing me with this white energy of nothing, outer space, zero. And it feels like scary as shit, man. It's scary. He's piercing into me. And it reaches such a climax, and I fight off so hard. It's like my soul is fighting him so hard that everything reaches a climax, and I pass out. Boom. I'm gone. I don't even know what the fuck's going on. I was gone. I passed out, man. I mean, I don't pass out. The only time I've ever passed out was with the ETs. It's the only time. I've came close. Backpacking, riding my bike, exhaustion, overheating, all that. Never did lose consciousness. Never did getting stoned. Never did getting drunk. Never passed out. Not like that, where everything just goes black and you wake up. But anyway, I don't know what the hell happened. My brain, overdrive, gone. I don't remember nothing. A little while later, I'm thinking maybe 5-10 minutes later, wow, my heart just goes, and tears rush out of my eyes. I wake up, and my heart's pounding, but I ain't crying, I ain't freaking out. But my heart is physically reacting. But I ain't in shock or anything. And all of a sudden I look down. I wasn't even looking at him when I woke up. I was looking at me, inside. My awareness here was looking inside me. And I hear a conversation. There's two guys talking. I'm like, what the fuck? In my mind, I'm like, what the fuck is that noise down there? And I look down to see who's down there talking. And I see a light. And I'm looking at a light. And it's me. The light, the inner light, my inner light, I guess is all new to me at this point in my life, is talking to the ET. Now the ET's head that was here staring at me nose to nose is now a little tiny head talking to my light right here. And I'm looking at them both inside myself, looking down at them. And they're talking. I don't even know what the language is. It ain't English. I noticed that. I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? And everything's got this weird, like, vacuum around me. I noticed that. I wasn't in fucking reality. I don't know that. I was somewhere else. But whatever. I'm looking inside myself. I don't see no gizzards and livers and stomachs and hearts and veins and blood. I don't see any of that. I just see a light and the ET. And they're talking. So I said, well, fuck. What are they talking about? Who is this? What's going on? This isn't me. I want to know. Here. My brain. So I said, hey, what the fuck's going on down there? And then the conversation stopped. And the ET looked up at me, here, from inside my inner light. Didn't look, but the inner light said, do you think he gets it now? Do you think he gets it now? Or do you think he gets it yet? One of those, yeah. Do you think he gets it yet? That's what my inner light said to me. In English. Do you think he gets it now? Something like that, yeah. I was either yet or now. I can't remember which. And then they sort of looked at me, sorry. Looked at me in my head. Or my soul, looking down at them. At the inner light. And I was, holy fuck. And all of a sudden the ET, he just started coming out of my face, out of my throat, out of my third eye, and out of my heart. I could feel him coming out. And as he was coming out, my attention was going with him. And he came out of my throat and my heart, and he went right nose to nose with me. Then I'm like, oh fuck. So I went there. That's what happened. God damn, that's what happened. I immediately said to myself at that point, note that, note the ET talking to the seed, talking to the light. The ET was talking to the light, like they were buddies, like old friends, comrades, man, fucking hanging out, talking over a beer. That's what they're talking about. That's what they were like. That's what it felt like. They left. He was in my face. My heart was pounding. Fucking everything that I just left before I passed out started again. But I didn't put up blockers. I didn't fight him. He just sort of, he sat there, zero face, zero. He just looked at me. You know, like that. Looking at me and shit. And then he started backing away. Up into the ceiling. He went through the ceiling, went, and I went with him, more or less. My attention went with him. Out the fucking ceiling. As we were going out the ceiling, I realized, shit, I'm 3 stories above the ground. The roof of my house is right there. And I'm looking at the trees, and I keep going with him, and then I see the craft. Huge ass UFO. Gotta be 60, 70, 80 feet. Round craft. Sitting right there. And he's going into it. And he goes back, he's sitting in a chair meditating. He goes back into his body, and his body looks exactly the same as the soul. And he's sitting in the goddamn chair meditating. I look around the room real quick. There's 3 other guys working controls in this one room. And it's so many fucking detailed controls, I don't even know. It wasn't like crazy controls and wires and shit. It was just like panels, working panels. And this guy was sitting in a chair. He went back in his body. He got up. And I'm going back. I'm going back to my body. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I don't know what the fuck. This is a UFO. I ain't ready for no ride yet. You think, I already will be. But I come back in my body. And I'm thinking, what? What was that? Nothing. Nothing from the seas. Nothing. Heard nothing. So, I'm still looking. And I keep going out towards him to where we were nose to nose. I start going back to him again. And I start coming up to the craft. I'm looking at the trees down below. And then I come back. And I go out. And I come. And then finally I come back and I said, stay here. And I never went again. Then I got up. Totally messed up. And that was my seed experience. Now, it will be just later, or no, actually, there was a point in my life where my seeds were glowing so much that I told myself, you do it. And that came after this ET experience, because that was part of it. I told myself to note, hey, this is important. What's going on with this conversation, with this light bulb inside of me, and this ET, they're talking to each other. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? This is important. Remember, don't ever forget it. And that's what I told myself here. Later, I've gone on in my life where the seeds were glowing so bad, and my innocence and my seeds glowing together, that I would tell, okay, you seem to be the shit. You're talking to fucking ETs like you're having fucking McDonald's lunch. So, you take control. You show me what I gotta do. You show me the way of doing it. You show me how to do it. That's when I went on, years later, got the lottery numbers, didn't play, 10 million bucks. Everything with the seeds came, and they were showing me. It was showing me before. But now I made the correlation that it's the seeds that are doing this shit. And it was the seeds. The ETs wanted to come see. Now they came, the ETs, years later I come to realize, the ETs were training me. The ETs were making me learn myself, learn what the seeds are, learn how to control the bullshit of this reality and how to manipulate it. Because if you can step out spiritually out of this reality, it's like you're walking on fucking clouds. And they actually did that. The ETs took me out. Another contact just like that. The ETs took me out of this fucking reality. I was walking around. I couldn't feel, couldn't smell, but I'm walking around the streets and I almost got killed. That was the one with the black entity that told me, don't push buttons. Watch my other videos. I made a good video for that. But this is what's been going on, man. So everybody, and this is real because the military came, the black ops, secret fucking police of some company or whatever the hell they are, tracked me down and followed me around for 3 days. I made a video about that. It was all on Chilver. And this happened the same year or the year later at the same building. But this one is specifically about the seeds. And what the seeds are is, in the human meat world, in the ET meat world, well, the ET meat world, they use their seeds. In the human meat world, you can use your seeds. You're supposed to use your seeds, your inner light. But it's all a learning process. And I'm relearning. And I asked, before I was born, I asked ETs to do this. So, I just want to say, the ETs aren't evil, what they did to me. You understand? Now, they can use the seeds for evil, but not with me, because I have innocence. When I use my seeds with the innocence, it's a universal law that the Creator that gave me my goddamn seeds, you use your innocence with your seeds. This guy, he really didn't. I didn't feel no innocence from him. But he was like doing a job to smart me up. Now, he wasn't doing evil on me. I wasn't hurt physically other than I passed out on my own fear in my own head. He was breaking my fucking nut in my head to see the bigger picture. And that's what he did through the seeds. God damn, man. That was that lesson. But I didn't even know it at the time. Until years later. So anyway, guys, that was a huge pivotal point in my life. Brought me aware of everything. Now, who was he talking to? Was he talking to my seeds? No. Yeah. He was talking to the guy that left. He was talking to me, my inner light, but my inner light used to be with him, his culture, his people. When I came to Earth, like he is here now, I got off the fucking ship and died. They flew away, found they're looking for a new home. Well, I volunteered to come here. Here I am, and they're still coming to see me. But I fell into the bullshit of this lower realm called Earth and the developing culture on it, which is just war and killing and fucking and drinking. It was good times. I love the Earth, but goddamn, look at history. Everything's a lie. Everything. And they perpetuate the lie to keep you enslaved. He just took me out of that shit. But I didn't even know it at the time. But I fucking do now. Because everything out there is a fucking lie. Everything. Everything. pretty much, like 99.9%, everything's a lie. From an agenda or some other group of people, governments, politics, religion, war. It's all made for you to be a fucking slave and go fight somebody. So anyway, get your money. Yeah, and it all comes down to this, which exposed into a whole new realm of bullshit. I can't talk about it, I only got 3 minutes left. But universal law, natural law, he's just a buddy helped me out from a different culture that I used to belong to. But I've been here, and they still come around and see me. So after those 30 years, I learned the details of CE5, how I do on my seeds, stuff like that. Talk to them, find out they do flybys, see how I'm doing. I'm like, hey, and I shine my light. Don't even pay attention. They keep on going. Really, I don't know what else to do. Not now. After I lost my skins and ended up in the spirit world, that was it. I'm totally fucked. Not really, but I'm with Christ. And it's not Jesus Christ. One. Thousands of Jesus Christ that belong to Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness, natural law, same goddamn thing. I learned that. I know it. I own it. And they, the ETs, are natural law. They just don't call the man Christ. They call him something else. Fucking Joe. I don't know. Jesus Joe. I don't know what they call him. It's not like I sit down and have a goddamn picnic with them. Alright guys, gotta go. Talk to you later.